Is up? Welcome in to the Early Edge in 5. I'm your host, Allan Bell. We have a fantastic show lined up for you this Friday, get you all set up for the betting weekend. And this is the final Early Edge in 5 until after the Super Bowl. We have so many NFL live shows, college football live shows, plus the NBA when it arrives, MLB playoffs, and more. So we want to consolidate our schedule, bring you picks efficiently, and really not take up all of your day. So this is the final one for a little while, but you'll still see the same crew across all the other shows. Now, before we get to Friday's best bets, let's take a look at how we did on Thursday here. And boys, solid day. Well done. Show picked it up, bounced back off of a tough one here. I can't count. Spector, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8-3 with a scratch on Ozzie Albies. Is that right?
Yes, it is. That looks right. 2,
all right.
4, 6, 8. Yep, you're right there.
Hey, there we go.
I got 9, guys. I got 9. I count 9.
2, 4,
Yeah.
6,
9 and 3.
9 and 3. 9 and 3.
All right. So, okay, I'll tell you what. Let's bring in the stars of the show here because, Spector, I don't know how that just happened, but your brother there over at ECU, all right, EC University he just mathed us up. I don't know. Well, I know how it happens to me, but with you, I mean, I'm just going to put the blame on you.
Very rare. Very rare.
All right, now.
Actually looking? No.
Now, first, I want to welcome in Kyle Kennedy, my man. Welcome to the crew. Thank you so much for your over-the-top generous donation to St. Jude's, helping out so many kids. We thank you for that one, and we all welcome you to the family. How's it going, buddy?
Hey, happy to be here. Happy to be part of the crew, and always happy to help contribute to such a great cause.
I love it, man. And you know what? I see on the shirt there, you got the Razorback logo. That's what Arkansas does. Handles football, handles basketball, woo pig suey. It takes care of the kids as well. So, Kyle, you're representing. I love it, man. Well, welcome to the crew, buddy. All right, Spector, you're our leadoff hitter, my man. You always start us off. Talk to us, buddy. What you got?
Yeah, we're going to start off. I can't do any more baseball picks. After what Mookie did yesterday, it was a fantastic end for the Early Edge in 5 on baseball picks. So I'm going to go all the way to the NFL first game, opening night, and Jared Goff under 259.5 passing yards at -115. I do have him on my fantasy team, and yet I am still going with his under. Our SportsLine AI is predicting 228 passing yards for Jared Goff. All last season, he averaged 261 passing yards per game. So the books got real creative with their line making over here. But the main factor for me is the Lions are not going to want Mahomes to touch the ball. So they're going to really do a lot of running with their new running back duo in Gibbs and Montgomery. And I know I have one last thing to say. I know I have said this ever since coming on here, that we will be getting you our SportsLine AI model to the site. And I'm happy to say that before week 1 starts, you will have SportsLine AI player prop projections on the site with an AI projection and rating. We got you covered. Just follow my social media and SportsLine social media to get updates on that. But it's going to be really fun. So you won't have to see my expert analysis all the time. You can look at all my projections as well.
Dude, I tell you what, it is going to be fun. And you were so kind yesterday to essentially walk me, EC, and Prop Stars through it. And let me tell you, this model's phenomenal. It's going to be fantastic. Yeah, I mean, it's a little intelligent for me and EC there, but y'all are more intelligent than we are. You'll pick up on it nicely. It's graphically, visually, it's well done. Very digestible. It's nice, man. It's going to be exciting. Now, speaking of exciting, my man, Kyle, all right, you're hitting 2-hole for us today. You've got a couple picks here. Actually, you've got one pick and a parlay. So give us both of them, man. What you got, dude?
All right, we're going to start off with Louisville, -7.5, -105 tonight. Now, Louisville's looking to make a strong start in the Jeff Brom era. Now, Louisville lucked out in their schedule, avoiding both Clemson and Florida State. So winning this opener tonight against Georgia Tech is going to be crucial for them in setting a foundation for a solid first year under Brom. Now, Brom, he brought in one of his old Purdue quarterbacks, and Jack Plummer, to assist in Louisville's transition from a run-attacking team that they had under Malik Cunningham to this new air raid system. Now, Plummer, who was at Cal last year, he's kind of hit or miss, but the thing is he knows Brom's offense inside and out, which is a big plus. And the pressure won't be entirely on his shoulders because Louisville returns one of the best running backs in the ACC in Gerard Jordan. Now, Louisville did lose 3 starters on their offensive line, but Brom went into the transfer portal and he snagged 6 guys with a combined 150 career starts. Now, Louisville's defense lost 2 of their top defensive linemen and 3 of their top linebackers from a defense that was pretty solid last year, ranking 28th in S&P Plus. But Brom did fill that void with some Power 5 transfers. But overall, I would expect the Cardinals' defense to regress closer to an average defense. Now, on the other side, Georgia Tech, they come into this year with a lot of changes on both sides of the ball. Given all the changes in the production that they lost in the defensive ball, I think it's going to be a tough year for Georgia Tech. They got Haynes King, who transferred in from Texas A&M to be quarterback. That guy was hot dog water. He's absolute garbage. In his 5 starts for Texas A&M last year, he had a 55% completion rate and posted a 48.6 PFF passing grade. So we've got a new quarterback in a new system. In his first game, it's a bad spot for the Yellow Jackets. And now, while Georgia Tech's secondary was their strength last year, they lost two starters of that secondary, which leaves a lot of questions of what's to come. And the issue for the Yellow Jackets is their run defense. This run defense couldn't slow down molasses in the wintertime. It is not going to get any better as they lost Allende, Ely, and Charlie Thomas to the NFL. That's a combo. That duo combined for 230 tackles last season. So I think it's a really good spot for Louisville. And even though they're changing their systems to the air raid system, they've got that running back in case the air raid takes a little bit of time to get going. And they're going against a Georgia Tech team going through a lot of transitions on their own against a quarterback who was not good in the SEC last year. And so I really don't see him being effective in his first game. I think Louisville wins by double digits, so I'll lay the points with Louisville. And then for my second pick, it's a 3-team alternate line parlay in true EC fashion. I got TCU minus 13.5, Texas minus 28.5, and Texas Tech minus 8.5. All those together is plus 130. Now with TCU, TCU's got Colorado, and so we got last year's CFP runner-up going against the highly anticipated debut of Coach Prime and his 50 new scholarship players on Colorado's roster. Now, yes, TCU is replacing a lot offensively from last year's team, but let's not forget Chandler Morris, who's going to be the starter this year, was the original starter over Max Duggan last year before he got hurt in the opener, which opened the door for Max Duggan and his Cinderella run. Now, this TCU defense will still give defenses plenty to worry about. And then on the other side, we got Colorado's offensive line, which is going to be severely undersized in this matchup. Shadir Sanders will be lucky to be kept standing during this game, in my opinion. And then Colorado's defense, with all the personnel turnover, this defense has not had a lot of time to mesh together. It's not a good formula for a defense that's facing a Kendall Briles offense that's going to be going fast tempo. I'd expect a lot of missed assignments for this Colorado defense. And then for Texas, the last time Texas played Rice in 2021, Texas dropped 58 on Rice. The Longhorns averaged 35 points a game last year, and I think this offense is going to be even better this year. With Bijan having left for the NFL, I think the Longhorns will rely more heavily on the rocket arm of Quinn Ewers, and Ewers is going to have plenty of weapons to throw to with Xavier Worthy and A.D. Mitchell having come over from Georgia. And Texas defense also improved with the addition of some transfers. I think Texas is going to light it up brighter than the stars deep in the heart of Texas. And then with Texas Tech, I really like Coach McGuire and what he's doing at Texas Tech. Texas Tech teams run a lot of momentum ending the season where they won 4 of their last 5 and beat Ole Miss in their bowl game. Texas Tech returning a lot of starters on the offense, including their quarterback, and I think they'll have an impressive aerial attack, and I don't think Wyoming has the offense to keep up. And so, sorry, I got a little long-winded there.
No. Keep going. No, I was bringing it back up. Keep going. Finish. I was gonna ask you a question on that one. Keep going. You're good.
No, I'm done. That's all I got.
No, I was gonna say we were talking about that Texas Tech game. going up to Laramie in Wyoming. And, Chip Patterson loves playing unders in that game just because of the wins and all that. And I'm fascinated to see how Texas Tech handles it, because I've seen a lot of the money on Texas Tech, and I've seen a lot of the public writing with Wyoming there. And you go on Texas Tech on the alt line there. I like it, man. That's what I was going to say. I wasn't interrupting you at all, man. You keep going.
No, I really like Tyler Shaw and his ability to also be a threat with his legs. And I just don't think Wyoming's offense can keep up. They average shy of 21 points a game, and I think they're just not going to be able to keep up. And so,
yeah. Dude, I'm with you down there, man. Like, I totally get it. Like, that's the thing. Like, unless you've got Josh Allen out there slinging it, man, like, good luck, dude. You're going to have to put up more than 21 to stay in that game. So, Kyle, well done, buddy. Well done on that one. All right. Now, tell you what. Maestro and EC, you guys always end our shows. So, I'm going to leave it right here. I'll go quick. I've got a couple plays here. We're going to the Braves-Dodgers game tonight. All right. First off, of course, Austin Riley, over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, minus 120. Don't have to say any more about that. Ronald Acuna, 1+ hit, both teams to score over 1.5 runs at minus 120. Now, the pitching matchup tonight, solid. But I do think that both teams can get to 2 runs, and we could get Acuna 1 hit. We're not asking for much, Specs. 1 hit.
I don't even care about the matchup in that game with pitchers. It doesn't matter. Mookie, Acuna, just blind. They're going to do something.
Oh, it's funny that you say that. We're going to go Mookie Betts, 1+ hit, and both teams to score over 1.5 runs at minus 120, playing those 3 together. I wanted to get Freddie Freeman in, but, I can't bet, 18 people in this game. You could, I could try, but I don't think it would go well for everybody. Lastly, the AB3, we hit on it last night. We're going to ride on it until the wheels fall off. All right, 3-leg parlay, money line here, pays out plus 160. Michigan State money line, Louisville money line. Kyle, I 100% agree with you in your breakdown. Excuse me, in regards to them. They're going to run the football at will and have at it. Georgia Tech, Midtown Atlanta, great spot, great campus. I love where it's at. Tough one here. Louisville, I think they're going to handle their business. And lastly, Stanford money line against Hawaii. I don't necessarily fully trust Stanford. I don't trust Hawaii. I kind of like the way EC played this game a little more than me, but we're going to take those 3, put them together, plus 160. All right, Maestro, 1 play, buddy. Major League Baseball. Hit us with it. What do you got?
Okay, this pains me to say because I grew up in St. Louis, but they're on pace for the 4th worst season since 1922. That's what the Cardinals are, even though they had a couple walk-off wins against the Padres. I'm going to take the Pirates on the money line. Mitch Keller has figured it out, had a terrible stretch after the All-Star break, but has been dominant in his last 3 starts. They have a lot of young, hungry guys who are hitting right now. Cardinals sent Dakota Hudson to the mound, 7 walks in his last 2 starts, and the Pirates have hit him well historically. I'm going to play the Pirates, who are actually over 500 in their last 39 games.
I like it, man. Well done on that one. All right, EC, buddy. You've been doing it this week. No pressure at all. I feel like, look, we got all the bad stuff out of the way. You've been crushing. And I say that not as, hey, we got to do it right. No, I say it as carefree, having fun, betting some sports, watching games, drinking a beer or 2. Break them down, buddy. What you got here?
Well, AB, this is my 163rd Early Edge in 5 show, and let's go out with a winning note. So let's start with Brandon Drury, over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs for the LA Angels. Who's left after they gave away their whole team? He's facing JP Sears of the Athletics, who had an 8.25 ERA in August, gave up 39 hits in 24 innings pitched, and Drury is over in 8 of his last 11, and somebody has to drive in runs for him against a bad pitcher, right? Let's go with Drury. Then we hit this the other night, so let's go with another one, a 2-get-a-hit same-game parlay in the Red Sox and Kansas City game. This is for you, Alicia, and the Red Sox fans. Adam Duvall, Tristan Casas, and Miguel Garcia at plus 190 on DraftKings. So Jordan Lyles is pitching. You guys know, if you've watched this show enough, I love to fade Jordan Lyles. He has given up, 35 hits in his last 29 2/3 innings pitched. James Paxton for the Red Sox, giving up 41 hits in his last 29.2 innings pitched. Duvall has a hit in 10 straight, 12 of his last 13. Cass has 7 straight games, 7 straight starts with a hit, and 11 of his last 13. Garcia is 2 of 3 lifetime against Paxton. Had an 18-game hitting streak in July and August, but has hit in 3 of his last 4. We're going to roll with that at plus 190. You guys know, if you watch a college football show and saw on the website I'm on the Miami over tonight, over 45.5. But Chip is on the under. So you got to choose a side. Go with that. And then I'm going to give you another alternate line parlay. We hit it last night. We're going to roll with Michigan State, Central Michigan, under 53.5. Louisville, -2.5, as Kyle and AB talked about. And then the Stanford, Hawaii, over 51.5. You can get all three of those at +214 on FanDuel. Both teams breaking new quarterbacks. I'm expecting two lousy offenses in that Michigan State game. Jeff Brom, back at his alma mater of Louisville, should have a more dynamic offense than Georgia Tech, which is a crapshoot, as Kyle mentioned. And we got a late night special in Hawaii where you guys should know you never take the under. This game could be a mess, but either way, I do not expect a defensive battle. Finally, I just have to say this. It's our last show for the time being. I want to thank all of you out there for watching, and those of you who are actually kind. It's been great interacting with you. We know there are haters out there. You guys, if that's what you want to do in your time, great. We're having fun on the show. I appreciate my mom in the chat, Mrs. Specs, Uncle Randy in the chat. Listen, it's been a blast working with my brother, Spector, on there, AB, who's one of the coolest guys that I know, Coach, who's probably the most famous person in my phone, and, of course, Larry, who is the most entertaining person that I have ever watched a game with. Let me say that. So it's been an absolute blast, and look forward to doing this again in the spring.
EC, that was well said there. I do like that you brought in the haters immediately right out of the gate. That cracked me up.
Just got to say it.
Now,
you know what I always say, AB? One last time.
Yeah.
If you fade me, I hope you lose.
That has to be a T-shirt. That has to be a shirt. Now, like I said, all right, the early edge of 5 will be back after football season, right after the Super Bowl. So it's not like the show's done. We're just consolidating everything because we will have so many more shows. Now, okay, I put this together right before we get to the recap screen. Just a fun little game, all right, in honor of the final show till February, and Kyle, you being on with us. So we have the Braves at the Dodgers tonight, 10:10 p.m. Eastern. I don't have a graphic for it, but on the morning shows, we play a home run game, right? Pick the prop home run. Who's going to hit a bomb? That's usually across all of Major League Baseball. Let's do it for this game, okay? And I'll put the odds up here, and you tell me out of these 5 who's going to hit a home run tonight, okay? Matt Olson +270, Austin Riley +330, Mookie Betts +350, Ronald Acuna +390, and Freddie Freeman +400. Maestro, go first, buddy. Who you got?
You know, AB, I honestly have not had a chance to dive into this matchup, but it wouldn't surprise me if, multiple guys on this screen went deep.
Yeah, I kind of think so, too. Specs, who you got?
I'd take Mookie or Acuna just because they both hit one last night. Those two just are incredible. I can't not go with them. You could go Matt Olson though, honestly.
That dude is, I say he's due, but he's in a weird hitting spot. Like,
you know how they say you regress towards your mean? He's been so far down, he eventually has just got to get back to it. So that's why it's interesting that his odds are where they are right there, because he's been so cold,
if he couldn't hit one off of Lance Lynn yesterday, who just gives up nuclear missiles to left-handed hitters, good luck against Urias, I guess. I mean, he's going to hit one at some point, but 0 for 5 last night was brutal. Kyle, who you got, buddy?
I got to go with Matt Olson. No reason. No, like Mike said, haven't had a chance to dig into it. Just gut feeling, he's been mashing, and like you said, he's due. And so I'd have to go with Matt Olson.
All right, there we go, man. EC, who you got, bud?
I'm going Austin Riley +330. Now, I know he's only 2 of 14 against Julio Urias, but 4 straight 2-hit games, including a home run last night, AB. Let's go Yahtzee for Austin Riley tonight.
All right, baby Austin Riley. I like it. All right, I'll go Mookie here, +350. I think that this NL MVP race between him and Acuna, last night they combined for 3 home runs, 8 RBIs, and Mookie hitting the home run over Ronald Acuna when Acuna almost went hero and snagged it back. It was just a phenomenal game. I hope we get something like that tonight. All right, everybody, grab your paper, grab your pencil. Let's take a look at the recap here. EC is on. Brandon Drury, over 1.5 hits, runs, at RBIs, -110. His one-hit Major League Baseball parlay tonight, +190. Adam Duvall, Tristan Casas, and Mikael Garcia. College football outline parlay, +214. Central Michigan, Michigan State, under 53.5. Louisville, -2.5. Stanford, Hawaii, over 51.5. Speculators on Jared Goff, under 259.5 passing yards. That is next Thursday night against the Chiefs, -115. The Maestro is on the Pirates money line, -110. Kyle Kennedy is on Louisville -7.5 at -105. And then his college football Saturday alt line parlay pays out +130. Got TCU -13.5, Texas -28.5, Texas Tech -8.5. I'm on Austin Riley over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs -120 tonight. Ronald Acuna 1+ hit and both teams to score over 1.5 runs. Got that at -120. Mookie Betts 1+ hit and both teams to score over 1.5 runs at -120. And then tonight the AB3 +160. Michigan State money line, Louisville money line, Stanford money line. All right, Kyle, let me say this again. Thank you for all the help that you did in donating to St. Jude's. It's phenomenal. From everyone at CBS Sports, SportsLine, we all thank you very much. You did a great job, buddy. How do you feel? How do you feel it went?
I feel good. I feel sorry I got a little long-winded and a couple comments in the chat. I guess my audio is not the best, and so plus that doesn't go good with the twang, and so I apologize about that. But always happy to be a part of the crew. Very thankful for this opportunity, and very glad to be able to donate to such a good cause that does such good things.
Absolutely, man. And I'll tell you this, man. You know how the crew is. Like, it's all of us, like, basically in a bar, like, giving each other, like, you see it, dude. I catch it every day, right? And the twang, shoot, man. Dude, that's where I come from. I like it, dude. I had you down right. Perfect, dude. You did a great job, man, Kyle. Well done on that one for sure. Boys, anything exciting anybody's doing tonight, this weekend, leave on a positive note. Get out of here.
Hey, we got University of Arizona and NAU down in Tucson tomorrow, AB. I don't care what the spread is. I'm betting U of A and over, and let's cash. And Spector,
what is the spread?
They don't announce it until tomorrow. I'm playing U of A 48-10. You guys do with that as you please. By the way, Specs, your Cal Bears to the ACC. What sense does that make? What are we doing here?
Oh my! It's just gonna be like going to Syracuse. Just think about, like, if you're a soccer or softball team and you got a midweek game. They apparently the Kyle Chancellor, they said that the ACC is looking for an intermediate, like, in between place, so people don't have to travel so far. So they're going to play in Texas. So you'll have home games in Texas between Syracuse and Cal. Like,
yeah, that's what everyone in Arlington's going to love, right?
Yeah,
everybody's going to love that one. Look, let me say this. You nailed it right there. When we see these conference realignments, it's not about football. It's the other sports. Think about Stanford baseball going to Clemson. Clemson going to Stanford, to Palo Alto, right? Like, luckily the SEC is pretty, marked in. So it's like, dude, when Tennessee goes to play Arkansas in baseball, not too terribly long of a trip. Dude, Palo Alto.
They're already cutting from that 30 sports model to like 17 sports model, and it's going to go down to like 10 soon.
Oh, yeah. Because it's not like these dudes are taking private flights. Like, they're riding the Southwest.
Yeah.
So, all right, Maestro, anything before we get out of here, buddy?
Yeah, Kyle, you're not the first early edge guest to go a little bit long, so don't worry about that. I really liked your analysis, and everybody, let's have a great weekend.
You know what? Couldn't have said it better myself. Maestro, well said. Kyle, you did fantastic, buddy. You're welcome back anytime. You crush it. All right, everybody. We'll be live Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern normal time for all of college football week 1, Major League Baseball, and more. But until then, everybody, best of luck. Cash these tickets. And we will see you tomorrow. Thanks.